Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2489. I'm your host Arwin. And before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below. Or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live. Or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I could really use it still. Please support your local Arwin. That would be great. Right. Weather today is partially sunny. It's decently clear skied, but not entirely. There's a bit of haze, a couple of clouds hang over, some sun coming through still, but yeah, not full strength. It kind of looks like there might have been some trails here and there. I think I did spot. Damn. I think I did spot something earlier, but yeah, not right now. There's nothing in direct view. Just got this feeling. Right. Wind is almost non-existent, so it's very low. It's not rained in this night. Yeah. So it's okay. I mean, yesterday was way nicer, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Okay, for some reason, come on. Why is it so dark? Weird. It's like that type of lighting just creates this massive contrast on the screen. It's strange. Maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. Rumble doesn't look all that terrible. So yeah, it might just be the way the light is shining on the monitor that's just making it look like this. I don't know. Right, anyhow, how's everybody doing? It is Tuesday, the 16th of December 2025. Temperature is 11 degrees Celsius with 76% humidity, 10 kilometers an hour wind, 10% precipitation. Okay, it does not say it is sunny at all. It's just cloud, 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 with more cloud to come. Right. What's everybody doing? Decent rest. I did stay up a bit late. Just I shouldn't do that. But yeah, this time I did. Also, I had a good dinner and that's nice. Nice turmeric coffee. Right, so yeah, what's going on in the world? Let's take a look around. Wow, yeah, this is not nice. Vaccine is not a regular vaccine, so it's like, yeah, it's a RNA vaccine, no doubt, or something else. And yeah, there's a lot of doubt about whether that's actually, I mean, it just feels like it's another freaking COVID. That those aren't gonna accept it because they shouldn't. That's it's ridiculous, and no, none of them should really. Alright, so that's the first article I bumped into. That's not great. Yeah, demonstrations in Paris are really hitting it off. It's like there's the farmers there that are protesting, and then there's a demonstration against the war with Ukraine. Yeah, with Russia. French aren't buying it either. It's really nutty. Right, so that's happening. Of course, there's a lot of attention to the whole Bondi Beach shooting in Australia, because I mean the responses have been outrageous. Like, it seems to be that the police there was police there and they just didn't do anything for 20 minutes allegedly, and then afterward, like in the press conferences, it was all about concerns about right-wing extremism. Like it's so bad. It's just as terrible as what they do in Britain. And these like English type statists, which are effectively siding with Marxism, they're so terrible. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't think it's gonna, like, these people are just full-blown traitors. Like, I don't know how that can be rectified other through severe punishment. I really can't. I can't understand, like, or put them in an insane asylum, but I mean, it's practically gonna be the same thing anyway. They need to be not in control of society in any form. These people are deranged and dangerous. They're like a danger to others and themselves, effectively. And they don't care. And they're conspiring. It's really insane that this is all happening. And I mean, the Netherlands knows those types too, but God, in England and Australia, seems they're just really terrible. America also has a couple of them that are always like trying to be even worse. God. Mutated, and they are the mutations, and they're basically against the body. It's, I mean, yeah, that's probably not the most eloquent way to phrase it, but I do see a parallel there. to the whole COVID vax situation, what that's done to individuals. And of course, I've always had like this metaphor of like, yeah, society is like a human being. It's a big body and all the bacteria and everything, and as a very reliable metaphor for description. And I mean, there are these people out there and they're like, yeah, foreign bodies within, sabotaging things. It's going to be to their own detriment, but it's like they're all obsessed. They don't care. Like, they got the chance, they'd keep pushing it until everybody's dead, including them. Like, that's the extent of their insanity. And I mean, it is like clinical insanity. I bet you could actually have it properly studied within psychiatry, and that they would come to that conclusion. Like, yeah, these people have ideas and programs and ideologies that are totally self-destructive. Like, they want to be friends with people that hate them and want to destroy them, and they hate their own. That's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, so the frickin' Bonnie Beach crap, crazy. Pretty awesome though that just one of the civilians there basically took the shooter down, and that's all on camera. That was pretty epic. Like, good on him, man. I'm sure he's gonna end up in jail for offending a migrant eventually, something like that. Maybe not, but I mean, it wouldn't be outside of the range of possibility. Well, it's the ZR time. First in the Rumble chat. How are you doing this Tuesday? Yeah, that's the news. I mean, it is the season of false flags and anti-Christmas Islamic terror attacks. I mean, they always freaking do that around this time. Right. Let's see what else. Apparently there's some crackdown in Hong Kong. There's a communist China news. Apparently some free speech media mogul there has now been charged with sedition. Yeah. I don't know how often. I thought that would be happening all the time. I'm surprised there's even media mogul left being able to do that. But yeah, they're going after him, and I mean, that all falls in line with the gradual on-roll of like the World War III scenarios in which China is gonna make a move on Taiwan and all that sort of thing. Because that's still on the list, especially now that, of course, as predicted, Zelensky is massively backtracking, and he's basically already saying like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it this Christmas. So let's see what Trump's gonna do with that. I give it about 5% chance he's gonna do anything other than basically nothing, or redoing it again sometime later. So yeah, Zelensky's even blaming the US for it. It's insane. He's not looking too healthy, by the way, Zelensky. So I don't know. Maybe someone on the inside is like gradually starting to poison him to get rid of him. I mean, that's one way to get rid of an insane tyrant, is just start to slowly poison them. So what? Has anybody ever sent a drawing that they have done? No, I've never received any kind of like hand drawings. No, I've received AI videos and stupid photoshopped shit with me in it. I see that all the time. Like every time I trigger somebody in some Discord server, they start posting that kind of crap. And these people are fucked up, man. Like, apparently I've just been having a conversation with like one of the trolls and it's like fine. And then as soon as I like become, yeah, more specific about my views and try to get through, make sure that I don't get talked over, they start posting stupid meme photos about me again to try to make me look ridiculous. And then I figure, oh shit, that's actually a troll. I forgot. I was just thinking I was having a normal conversation. But these people, they can't. It's like as soon as they're not, so socially speaking, the king that literally has like whatever they do is like, you must respect that at all costs. Doesn't matter if they're just being insane or whatever. Then they just start doing that shit. And like, I can't imagine people would do that. Like, that kind of behavioral response is just so repulsive. Insane, out of whack or whatever. Like, why? Why would anybody do that? It's so pathetic. Like, you could say it's childish, but I mean, most children wouldn't even do that because it's so pathetic and they would be ashamed getting caught in the open doing things like that because it's so pathetic and people just know it. So why would you do that? Get a fucking grip on yourself, man. Like, I get triggered too sometimes. You gotta deal with it. You don't then lower yourself to that kind of crap. It's so pathetic and it makes everything worse. It doesn't fix anything. Just building a wall of shit. Idiotic. Anyway. But yeah, no, nobody's. Said drawings of nature? What? I mean, it would be kind of funny if somebody would like make a drawing inspired on, like, for example, the background. I could imagine, not saying anybody do this, no, I don't care. I mean, if you want to do it, whatever. But like the mountain landscape with the trees, and then like me standing there or something, like, hey, like that would be kind of funny. right? Blending the 3D CGI background of my show with my person, like if I was physically there. That would be kind of funny. But I mean, yeah, whatever. Do it, don't do it. I'm not telling people like, hey, you gotta make a drawing of me. That's like, why? This is weird. I wouldn't draw myself. Like, why? But he's done that. Right, so yeah, I was thinking yesterday about the internet and internet. Like the majority of communication in general. And what it's doing, it's causing as an as an unforeseen side effect. Because like everybody always knows, the internet brings everybody closer. You can contact anybody, anywhere, immediately, and it's like very different from like the example, people would be like prank phone calls, which is annoying. Didn't happen a lot, but I mean, some people would like bully individuals all the time with that shit. I've heard. And then you'd have to change your phone number, etc. But already like a method of contact, and then you get the people that you don't want to be in contact with get in your face just a little bit more. Well, the internet has that tendency even worse. So should overall avoid that, but sometimes they like won't go away. And that happens way more on the internet than it did like with telephones in the telephone era. And this is having a general influence of the crowded rats in a cage effect. So there's like terror. A sense that there's overpopulation, even though technically this is not the case. So I think that actually a lot of like overpopulation concerns and eugenics type thinking has come overpopulation. I mean, it's always like been there a little bit. Would be like I don't know what you're talking about, that's crazy talk. But everybody's getting shoved on the internet. I think that the average tendency to have eugenics like thoughts has become higher and has really played into the demonic apparatus that uses that to basically insert climate change. I think that the whole climate change movement has really manifested successfully the way that it does because of the internet era. Because more people just got sick of humanity. Through the internet, through exposure, through being able to suddenly see how many deranged people there are, when before the internet you would have never known they were there. There were always like deranged people out there, but you wouldn't have them shoved in your face continually. Like, not even the news would do it that much. You would do it sometimes, but that's like, what is it, maybe like 5 minutes in the day at a specific time interval, and you can effectively avoid it. On the internet, this, like, through recommendations and social media, you get that sort of stuff shoved in your face very easily. Like, the algorithm, you can like trick the algorithm to basically avoid it by like very actively avoiding it, and then eventually the algorithm might adapt a bit and not show it as much. But you just like get seduced to look into it through curiosity or whatever, and suddenly that shit is the only thing that will be recommended to you. That's how the algorithm works. Like, you allow your curiosity to look into something. Well, you better make sure it's going to be something you like, not something you just want to know what is this, because it's going to get shoved in your face a lot. Right. And through all these effects, the overall mindset of people, especially those that engage with the internet a lot, will be more driven towards eugenics because of this electronic, artificially created, cramped rat in a cage effect. Enhanced territorial tendencies because you feel cramped through the internet, even though physically you're not getting cramped at all, or not so much at least. Through the internet you still have that. It's really weird when you think about it, but I think that it is a thing. It's an influence, and people should realize that, should become aware of it. Right. Like, I'm aware of it. I've become more eugenics minded myself since I basically started to do this thing. Since I dove into flat earth, got faced with all the trolls and shit, and like way more exposed to social media now than 10 years ago. And 10 years ago I was already a lot more exposed to it than the 10 years before that. 10 years before that I did not have any eugenics thoughts. I was very clear about it. It's like, yeah, it's complete nonsense. It's a reverse. Like 1.2 to 1.3 when it should be, is it 2.6 to keep it stable onto the future. That was 20 years ago already. I don't even know what it is now. It's all out of whack. Right, but despite sense of eugenics does pop up, people are gonna be like less enthusiastic for even their people to like, yeah, we need to procreate more, because it feels like you're cramped through exposure to toxic social media. It's something to be aware about. So yeah, that's why I wrote that down in the Discord chat as a note. It's a thing. Now, of course, a really good way to be able to let it go would be to, well, actively lay down social media. For most people, it would mean put down your phone. because phone engagement addiction is definitely going to do that. Is in the background, while you're addicted to it, you're getting addicted to the interaction, but you're also being exposed to that pressure. And it's that pressure, the social pressure, that causes this sense of it's cramped here. Like you need social spiritual room on the internet, since that is the new territory where your mind is actually dwelling more than it is in the physical world around your body. Right. Anyway, these are the things that I think about. It's a social psychology. It's a thing. Right, I'm certain I'm not the first to think of this. But I mean, I do figure it out by myself. It's not like, oh, I read somebody was talking about this and it's such a great idea. I'm going to pretend like it's just my idea. No, I did not did not hear anybody say this recent times. I was just thinking of it. Right? But I'm not under the illusion that my thoughts are like always super unique, because I think that thoughts are handed down to us depending on the frequency where we dwell, and depending on the frequency we dwell, you just follow in line with the Akashic record in a certain way, and anybody that's on that frequency is gonna pretty much conclude the same things. The idea is the insights will naturally arrive in the same way. Right. Okay, let's see. I've never heard of that. Weird. Who would scream the most? Oh god, people are just so retarded with that. I mean, if you're a little bit sensitive, especially in the early stages, I'm not gonna blame you if you're gonna end up screaming on live streams or whatever, because what you get subjected to is just insane. You get subjected to insane asylum level social behavior, and it will drive you to madness and anger, even if that's not your default way of being, even if you don't like that state of being. It's still going to happen to most people at the start. And if you want to stay on the internet, I would highly recommend that you just and you don't get used to it. You can get addicted to it, but it's never gonna be like good for your body at any point. It's always gonna be bad. Wears you down. But you can get addicted to it. You can get addicted to anything. You can get addicted to misery literally. It's weird. Like, if you just get used to something happening regularly, the tendency of getting addicted to that, of you wanting to follow a pattern of repeating no matter what it is going to eventually start popping up, because humans are creatures of habit, as they say, even if those habits are terrible. The only way to take control is by becoming conscious about what is good and what is bad and take the reins, like learn impulse control basically, which is incredibly tough for a lot of people. Like, impulse control is tough for a lot of people, and it's even tougher when you're dealing with the internet a lot. But hey, you gotta do it. Otherwise you end up a disaster. Right. Anyway, hope everybody's appreciating the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. That'll be nice. I don't know if I'm gonna join Earth Awakenings today. Let's take a look quick. Because yeah. Oh, there's like 4 people in there. I might check it out in like 20 minutes. There's a good chance today is not going to be a super long show. I mean, not every show now suddenly has to be 3 hours just because I can join in with the Earth Awakenings panel, so yeah, yesterday was overall kind of an eventful discussion day on Discord, so I don't really have like a subject to now deal or to share with you guys. Unlike the episode about Dexter rotation, which was like fully physics and flat Earth related, that was interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be just occasional. It's not gonna be daily, unfortunately. There's just not that much material to work with anymore. And new discoveries is gonna be more and more rare as time passes. Oh yeah, that was really weird. Oh, Benjamin didn't do a stream yesterday. He's probably like super busy working on this territory. Something. But yeah, you normally is like doing a stream on Monday. This time it just did not show up. I don't know what's going on. Might look on X. Because he has been posting his typical things. Huh. Oh, apparently one of the bears died. Well, that sucks. But doesn't put the name in video. That's yeah, I don't know who, but maybe that's the it's not Connington, right? No. Apparently one of the Standard followers from Owen Benjamin is dead. We'll have to play that video later to hear the name. Yeah, it looks like Owen, in text at least, is like really going after Erica Kirk now. His analysis. He seems to be relatively fair about it. And funny. But yeah, there was no stream yesterday, and yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look, maybe he's... Yeah. Sick of social media and the internet in general. Pretty sure I can live without it. Okay. Well, that's great. That's great. Good for you, Osiris the Good. For me, it's, yeah, I can't really. I'm gonna be very honest about it. I have internet dependency. I mean, that's shown itself pretty vividly. Part of it. Okay. Yes. Alright, it's the time. I get it. Enough. I'm not interested in that video. I'm not interested in trolls shit. Move on. Alright? Right, so yeah, I'm putting that in the title. The relation between social media pressure and the eugenics mindset. I think that's a pretty eloquent way to say it. Good title. Right, don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking it. Oh god. Well, there's a chemtrail plane if I've ever seen one. Jesus. Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, there is trails out today, and it looks like it's pretty big too. Now that I'm looking again, there's a lot of it. It's almost a checkerboard sky up there now. Alright, so I'm gonna have to spiritually prepare to cleanse myself of some graphene, because that's really the thing. That's the thing. My healer would always emphasize that too. Like, I didn't even know about it, but that graphene apparently is part of the particles that get deposited through trails. It is apparently measurable. It's coming from somewhere, not from food, and it has a negative influence, but you can apparently, using the technique, cleanse it from you. I mean, it's all very magical to me. It's just that I'm a pragmatist, and if it works, it works, right? So yeah, the technique. So the troll really love that subject. Yeah, the technique really works. Every day. It seems to have also helped me fend off the influence, if not just on a moral level, just with my feelings, my inner world. With the smart meter that's been installed, it's helped me with that. And I know from past experience it does also help against graphene, because you can actually clear it out of your system with the technique. And I mean, how does that work? I don't know, man. It's very magical to me, the technique, which is basically like a form of prayer that's a little bit more technical, a little bit more specific. It's really magical to me. It like genuinely is like, wow, this is like magic. Why does this even work? It's just amazing. I don't understand. I mean, I understand how it's supposed to work according to the lore of it. Rudolf Steiner influencing the spirit and communicating with guides and all that. But to also just notice like, whoa, it just does it. It happens. It's like almost unbelievable. Like I am confronted every time with a bit of my past where I was basically like a materialist mindset. I would be open, I would understand patterns and like the idea of prayer, and I would just like, it's all placebo effect and all that. That would be my response. It's like, oh, you just believe it so it becomes real, and because that's medically proven that can happen. But the extent to which that can happen, if that truly is the soul cause, is beyond surreal. Right? So whether it's the cleansing of those, from those entities that assist you with like physical things, or whether it's like placebo, take it to an extreme, it works. And that's quite surreal. But it works. So it works. So it's like, I do it because I'm going to keep doing it because it works. And I dare not stop. At this point, you could almost say, if I apply the technique, if I stop applying it, if I would just stop because I'd be like, oh, I can't keep doing this, it's just nonsense. It could literally kill me at this point. Not immediately, but I mean, it could literally just stop. That suddenly big health problems start to pop up, because it does absolutely assist me in keeping stable. Overall, my body, like not even like mentally, my body, it assists in organ function. Like this is the thing that's most palpable to me. Like when I go to bed, apply the technique. It literally, locally, relieves the tension fields throughout my body, which then make my organs go towards like the standard next step, which always happens when you like effectively go to sleep. They start to like process stuff that's in your guts and all that, and you can hear it, you can feel it. It's just like it goes into another mode. But if you're like super tense, then that doesn't happen. You hold on to the tension, and then it can't move towards the proper function. Applying the technique, like always, there's no exception to it. It always initiates that next phase. So it just really physically, measurably works. And yeah, I love it. I'm very happy, very relieved that I have a skill now to do that. and it certainly enhances my self-sufficiency in the most core level, because I could theoretically like be in a prison somewhere completely isolated. I could still be able to apply it. I'll still be able to do it. I don't need anybody else physically to do it. Although human interaction is its own energy supply. And not in a parasitical way, but just the exchange. So if I'd be completely isolated, I would eventually get depleted and probably go nuts. And that happens to people. And the technique wouldn't help against that. But it would certainly decrease the amount of destabilization. As long as I would be able to. Because there you can reach a threshold where you're just so worn out, where your spirit is so low, that you won't be able to apply the technique, that you can't actually get that contact with the guides. Like that was explained to me. So there's always, like, you have to keep maintaining it to make sure you can keep reaching the threshold. Because if you stop doing it, you might deplete so much that you won't be able to apply it anymore. Then you have to get it from the outside to be able to pick it back up. And I've been able to manage to hold on for a very long time. Because I haven't called my healer in like half a year. Yeah? Been able to completely maintain myself with it for half a year successfully. Which I'm, by the way, very proud of. I'm gonna put it in the title. Everybody loved it when I do that. I'm being sarcastic. Or maybe not. I mean, there might be people among you that are actually interested. The trolls hate it. I mean, fuck those guys. I mean, really, like, they don't even deserve to have the knowledge about something like the technique. And it's not gonna work on them, because these people are so full of codes. They're effectively not themselves. And hey, codes, demons, they don't want you to apply the technique. They're gonna have an instinct that's not even their own to avoid it. Because demons that possess people are terrified of the technique. Probably more than even of, like, invoking Jesus Christ, which happens to be part of the technique. Yep. Yeah, put it in there. So a lot of people might have never heard of this before. You can inquire about it. I've been talking about it on my show since like 6 years ago. And yes, I can apply it to other people. And they do not have to be physically present where I am at. You can literally apply the technique on somebody on the other side of the realm, and it will work exactly as good. And several of my friends that have also supported me, I have applied it to, and they would literally notice it, and they would be kind of shocked that they would notice it. It's like a spirit just like bloop, just from the other side, just comes out and just fixes things. It's amazing. It is absolutely astounding that it exists and that I can do it. And anybody could do it as long as you're clean, as long as you are not having demons with you and thinking that they are you or wanting to hold on to them, because they will avoid the technique and they will make you convinced to not use it and to think it's a scam, etc., and reverse the entire world, the entire reality to make you stay away from it and forget about it. And yeah, you can't force the technique on anybody. Like, I can't, like, a demonically possessed person and then, like, do it to them and expect that it'll work. Sometimes it will, if that person is, like, in a way involuntary getting caught up in a demonic response, is like an accident. But if it's like part of their thing, if they're like cognitively knowing this, cognitively knowing these actions, doing it, making it part of their own, well, then you can't get it out of them. Like, it's like you have to ask about the codes. Just like marks, it's like tags, entity tags, extra dimensional tags, and you have to ask, can I remove these to your guide? You can't just, oh, tags, okay, remove them. No, you have to ask it, and sometimes it's a no, especially with other people. Why? Because they chose it, they contracted it consciously in a way, and then they have to grow out of it, and only then can it then be removed again. Does the technique cure back pain? Well, it will certainly help towards that. I mean, it's not like a drug. It's just like, it doesn't work like that. It restores the spirit, and the spirit is the thing that actually guides your body's functions and your body's stability and your metabolism. It's like the underlying wave that determines the entire setting. That's what your spirit is part of, and the technique will make it align optimally so that your body can resolve everything the best it can. It's basically an optimizer to your body's regulating systems. So no, it's not like an opiate that you just inject and like bleh. No, it's not like that at all. So don't even think about it. It's an optimizer. Right. Right, and it will optimize you for anything. It will optimize you for action, for intense socializing, or for sleeping. Both. It will do both. It's an optimizer. That's shortest name. Right, but you could argue, like, let's just say you got the flu. If you apply the technique, your system will function more effectively, causing you to get over the sickness quicker. You will get through it quicker because your metabolism, which is the guiding force of these processes, getting sick, cleaning yourself out, it will be more optimized, and so everything will move quicker towards optimum condition. That's what it basically does. Right? Optimum in relation to what your body can achieve depending on overall situation and like available food, etc. Asking for a friend. Right. But I mean, yeah, you're asking, does it cure the somebody's back pain? Look, I apply it to my friend in Nijmegen, and because she gets like super overburdened by just the amount of things that she has to do daily. And she says it like really relieves her a lot. Like she sometimes like more often asks me like, could you please apply it? And then I can literally hear the relief in her voice and like hear how she just how the sound of her voice just changes after that, being way more calm and less tense. So if you have like, for example, back pain that's due to stress and cramping, then very well it might work. But I mean, if you're having back pain because you had like an accident or something and there's a nerve getting continually pinched or whatever, yeah, that it probably won't help against that, right? But if it's like stress that's eventually causing a pain indirectly, then yeah, it might actually help. Right. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. And oh yeah, and in fact, yeah, I am willing to help people out if they ask me. If they can bear to actually ask me, other than just, oh, let's do a troll on him, this is so funny. Because that's really the only thing that's happened thus far, and that's why I eventually like stopped bringing it up, because it's like, okay, well, people don't want my services with it, they just want to make fun of me for it. Okay, well, fuck you then. How about that? Then I just don't apply it. The fuck? Yeah, I'm going to remove that message. Don't talk shit about Jesus like that, dude. Don't fucking do that, okay, dipshit? Yeah. I mean, you can be kind of a weenie, wannabe white supremacist, goy slop weirdo. Yeah. Don't fucking slander Jesus. Just never do that, yeah. Or you end up just like Cleary, getting kicked out. Right. Well, an hour in. Well, it seems there's more people in Earth Awakenings now. But yeah, I'm still gonna stick here and keep continuing this subject. Maybe I'll not join the Earth Awakenings today. I mean, don't have to do it every damn day. Isn't Osiris the... I don't know who the fuck any of you are. I'm sure they're all other people, right? But hey, if they're acting great and they're not repeating the mistakes that I banned them for in the past, then it's all fine with me. They can turn out to be whoever they like. I'm just going by behavior, Viscosity. trying to contact my online friends and supporters from the past over Microsoft Teams to like try to get them to join back up with the new Discord. To have like regular panic attacks, and I mean yearly, and that's been like that since I was like 8, so I'm like so used to it I don't even think about it anymore. But since I apply the technique, it's way less. A lot. And like if it gets bad enough and regular enough, you go insane. A lot of these weirdo SJWs that get all screamy on camera like nutcases, they have that. Their raging on camera is actually an expression of like acute frustration due to that shit, because it's insane. Like, panic attacks are terrible. They will ruin you. I'm vulnerable to it, but I mean, I've dedicated
You are fake news.
a lot to work with it, to work well. Dude, just don't freaking bring up the troll names. And yeah, applying the technique, it works. It'll not get the thing away entirely, but it will dramatically decrease the negative impact it has on you. That's what I've experienced doing this. Hey Amanda Young, good to see you. When I tell you these things, when I start deleting messages, it's serious. You don't then make a joke out of that. Got it? It's not entertaining me.
Debates. Oh, there he is. On Worldwide Debates the other morning, or the other day with Riggs, we were talking about fish tank, and yeah, we never like circled it.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. I'm live. I should have actually like popped in earlier, but I didn't find the time.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, we're live, and I don't know if I'm gonna hang along. So some weird shit in the air. People are just being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your stream?
No, it's just a chat.
Oh, I got you.
But yeah, what's going on here? I was looking in the room earlier. There was like nobody there.
Yeah, I popped in here, and then I don't know if you know Rusted Soul. She was over here for a few minutes. We were chit-chatting. And then, yeah, more kind of meandered in. But I don't know what to say much.
Your volume is really low, by the way.
Is it? Okay, thanks. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, no, it was like I'm not gonna put the volume up anymore because it's gonna be. Then something else is gonna play and gonna be
Right.
gonna shock me. So, right.
Appreciate the notice.
Sorry.
I said, yeah, appreciate the notice on that. Yeah, I was talking with Larry. I think you and I and Riggs and I guess Wesley maybe the other night we were talking about the fish tank, and I was just telling him about that.
About, dude.
The fish tank observation with the.
Oh, right, the extra rotation. Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling him about that.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. And I mean, we'll see where they're gonna take it, because the Jesse guy, who's really leading that, he did seem like he was gonna really be hands-on and actually try to create these setups that I suggested, which is great, because that is what they need to do to actually try to progress the argument. Because just using the fish tank, it's like, yeah, this is really cool, man. I mean, there does seem to be this this interesting effect of light bending down to a gradient. So yeah, maybe terrestrial refraction is a thing on a flat Earth. Right? It's inescapable.
That was the thing, though. It's like I didn't understand really where you and Riggs were going with the fact that you said it was a flat Earth observation, like it was impossible on a globe, I guess.
No, that's not what it says. Not impossible on a globe. That's not involved. The demonstration proves that terrestrial refraction could be happening as a phenomenon on a flat Earth. It has nothing to do with globe or not being possible of globe. It just doesn't demonstrate it. Because the gradient is level. The bottom of the tank is level and flat. So
well,
it's
you said level, but like to us, level doesn't mean flat, right?
Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how ballers interpret it. It's flat, right? The orientation is flat. The gradient is flat. I mean, you know it is. I mean, you could argue, well, you could still presuppose that it's sort of spherical in proportion with the entire spherical Earth, but that's completely then negating the point of the demonstration. It's supposed to be a miniaturized, scaled down version of actual reality, and well, in that miniature scaled down version, you have a flat bottom and you have a gradient that's parallel to the flat bottom. So you're demonstrating terrestrial refraction taking place on a flat Earth in miniature. So if you want to do that on a globe, then you have to have actual globe bottom that is round, and you have to have a gradient that is adapted to that, and then you can remake a claim of terrestrial refraction on a globe.
The water would still, because there's a horizontal, like there's displacement.
Yeah, you can't use
know,
water.
3 feet.
You can't use water. That was part of the conclusion. So that's the entire point. So you have to use something else than water, something that will stick in place and then still show refractive quality, gradiated refractive quality influences in order to do the demonstration properly on a presupposed sphere Earth. That was the entire discussion. Right? You can't use the water because the water is going to be level and it's going to adapt to flat. Whether you think that flat is still spherical on the large scale, that's irrelevant because it is a miniature. It is scaled down. It's not on the scale of the realm.
But you know that the bottom of the container has nothing to do with how the water sits, right?
Yeah, I know.
So,
but since
so then what do you mean?
Well, it's a miniature version if you're going to presuppose that terrestrial refraction happens on a globe Earth and that it allows you to see around geometrically direct line of sight obstructed things, then you're going to have that physical obstruction there and show that light will indeed bend around it. So you can't just use the flat bottom. Just light bending in an open, transparent medium isn't going to cut it. Because you have to demonstrate that you can actually make visible that which is geometrically obstructed. That's the only real function that it has.
It'll help if we have the photo in front of us.
No, there is no photo of this. There is no photo. Because the demonstration, there's no demonstration of it. So it's not been done yet. It's not been done yet.
I'm just talking about this one that Riggs presented, that we were talking about. But I mean, if you want to talk about something else, that's fine. But no, I still disagree.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
And
but the dextro rotation doesn't demonstrate a sphere Earth.
What do you mean by dextro rotation? Exactly.
Why are you asking me? We've literally just been talking about this for 5 minutes. That's what we're talking about.
About the water? Are you talking about the laser like bending? Is that what dextro rotation is?
Yeah, duh. That's what it's called.
I thought that dextro rotation was like something else. It was like vertical left-handed rotation of.
Yeah, well, that's apparently what it also means out there. But when this demonstration first came on the scene as an argument for terrestrial refraction, everybody, especially the ballers that came up with it, called it dextro rotation. So yeah, they might have been wrong calling it that, but that's what it's called now.
Gotcha.
And I didn't give it that name.
Well, I guess maybe what we have in common about this is that I would agree that refraction would still take place on the flat Earth. I don't think that there's anything that changes the way light behaves.
But it's not refraction, though. It's a very specific effect. Because regular refraction is all about hard borders, angle of incident, angle of exit. And that's like very consistent. That's like a fun foundation of optics. This specific effect, this specific naturally occurring phenomenon is different because it's a, well, transitional medium. It doesn't deal with clear-cut hard borders of refraction. It's like gradients of refraction index, and so it's different. You can't just call it refraction. I mean, the effect comes within refraction, but it's not just refraction. It's different from regular refraction, because regular refraction, well, it's very predictable, very calculable, and it's like accurate. This thing is just new. It's not that predictable, I think. It just.
Do you have a citation for that, or you just?
I just haven't seen it. There's no mathematical formula for it. It's just a physical demonstration and a claim. While actual refraction is like mathematically perfectly predictable. That's why there is refraction indexes with numbers, exact numbers.
Are you familiar with something called lapse rate?
Not on the top of my head.
It's basically getting the refraction coefficient at different increments throughout the observation, and In fact, I was talking with, I don't know if you know Taylor, the blonde girl that's kind of bounces around between this server and I think Worldwide Debates.
Yeah, I've seen her around, yeah.
Okay. She said that because I suggested this when she brought it up, and she's like, no, I did that. But she said that she has a drone, and she took some measurements at the salt flats. I forget which one it was. One of the salt flats the other day, and or like last week or a couple weeks ago. Anyways, she took her drone, which I thought was really creative, and she had temperature. So the lapse rate is like getting the temperature at different points throughout the observation at different heights, right? So like, for instance, you'd go like 100 feet from where you're starting the observation and get like 3 meters off the water, 6 meters off the water, what have you. You get like 3 or 4 different measurements. And then what you can do is you can get the lapse rate and you can find out what the coefficient of refraction is for your observation. Instead of just using like standard refraction, for instance. So that's all the lapse rate is, and it's very beneficial to getting an accurate observation if you can have that piece of information. Otherwise, what experts like Andrew Thomas Young is kind of the leading expert on refraction, and a couple of others that I've read, they say use standard refraction if you don't have it, but obviously having it is better than not because you know the exact conditions.
Yeah, well, I know about the terrestrial refraction math, but that thing is like very fraudulent because it literally presupposes the sphere. It's not reflective of what's actually being demonstrated. And if you want to make that claim that that is accurate, well, then you have to actually demonstrate it through, well, a proper dextro rotation setup where there is a spherical surface and the gradient on top of it is spherical to match, and then show it happening. And it's not been done yet. So it's all divided between math and a flat earth demonstration of refraction downward in a gradient. That's it. That's all there is right now.
Okay.
But it's like weird because it's basically down and back up, right? I mean, we see things like light going in one direction and then doing a thing is different from viewing, because viewing is back and forth, right? The light actually comes towards you in order for you to see it.
Right. So like if we were looking out upon the water and there was zero refraction and something is so many miles away that we shouldn't and the density of
I know.
the air is different, right? So but if you have normal refraction where it normally bends down, then that's when you get the conditions where you can see things that you shouldn't be able to because the light goes beyond what you should be seeing straight out in front of you. It in fact will bend.
No, but that's
over.
not how
And
it works,
just,
though.
This is just on the globe model, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. In reality, to actually make something visible that is geometrically obstructed. It just means it moves what you can see in a direct line of sight upward. That seems to be a thing. So it's like the horizon, everything at the horizon is apparently moved slightly upward, like a lid with an edge going upward, like that. But it doesn't make things that are obstructed become visible. That's not been demonstrated.
No, that's what it does. That's what it does when the light bends over the curve.
Things visible in view that are geometrically obstructed from a direct line of sight, because there's no demonstration of this, you can't make that
That's
claim.
what refraction is.
No, it isn't.
No,
it isn't. That's not what refraction does. No. You can literally
what does
look
refraction
into
do?
the tables of optics that describe exactly what refraction does, and refraction displays
Ooh, I've actually got one. Maybe someone else can tag in for a minute, but I've got something I can show you to demonstrate what I'm talking about, actually. You'll like this one.
Now, I'm gonna be disappointed because there isn't any. You can't make something visible without reflection.
Oh, no, you'll like it.
You can only do that with reflection. You can't. Calculated and figured out to do. That's why when you have optics manuals and school books that specifically tie to optics, they make this very clear that that is the case. So
that's not the case.
Yeah, it is. It's literally said to be the case. That's what I learned when I read through those documents.
So just so I'm clear, like what you're saying is that if it's not in vision, there's no way for it to come into vision, right?
Yeah, if it's geometrically obstructed from a direct line of sight, the geometry is very integral to that statement, right? It's not about what you see, it's about where is what with literal lines. Yeah? If it's obstructed geometrically, you won't be able to get it to see it, no matter how much refraction happens, because refraction only displaces visually that which is in a direct line of sight geometrically. That's a fact.
If I could just jump in just for a second, I won't be long. So if you, Glovers, are claiming that you can see something on the other side of the hill, right, and I'm not saying hill, but you know what I mean, something obstructed by the dropper distance.
Exactly, that's what
it depends on the conditions. If you're like looking up a hill, right?
It doesn't.
I'm talking about a lot of major refraction, but if you're looking out flat, right? The reason that we can see buildings or the oil tankers, like for the Black Swan, is because the light is bending downwards and is bringing that into view. In other words, a lot of major light from the oil tankers that would normally be obstructed by the curve, where it would normally just fly off into space and would never.
That's a claim without demonstration and a gigantic presupposition that it has to be that because the Earth is a sphere. No, it's not demonstrated. You have not refuted the fact that I've mentioned. Like, that can't happen unless you can demonstrate it without presupposing that what we're looking at is spherical in order for that to happen. Yeah, you're going to have to make a physical demonstration for that. Dextrorotation is the exact setup you're going to need to demonstrate it. You're going to have to do it with a spherical surface and a gradient that's adapted to that sphere underground, and then the light going beyond the geometry, beyond the direct geometric line of sight, revealing that you could theoretically be able to see something that is geometrically hidden from a direct line of sight. So that's the only thing you could do to demonstrate it. There is no such demonstration, and I don't think it's physically possible.
How about this? Take a look at chat right now. I'm going to blow your mind.
No, I'm not going to take a look at chat. I'm not having the chat on the screen.
Oh.
There is no video you could post. There is none.
No, I I posted a picture doing exactly what I said, doing exactly what you did not say.
Oh, you mean an object sticking out on a flat surface, and that's not a demonstration. It's gonna have to be the ground.
You're gonna have to look.
Well, I know. I've seen that picture. That's the one picture that I've seen that people have attempted to rebut me with what I said. That's not a rebuttal. An object sticking out and being displaced within view is not proving that you can see behind a completely concealed area geometrically.
Yeah, it is, because
no, it isn't, because it's an object sticking out, and light in view actually bends around all kinds of stuff. Yeah, because of lensing. Yeah, it goes in all directions.
You're wrong, and then you can tell me how.
No, you're wrong. You're not demonstrating it. Don't do this. Don't.
Hey guys, one at a time, please. Just one at a time.
Okay, I'd like to explain this photo. Is that okay?
Yeah, please. One at a time.
Just for the audience.
All I'm asking. Yeah, just for the audience, one at a time.
Sure. On the top photo is the refracted image of these two oil tankers that are colloquially known as the Black Swan. And the reason it's called that is because, well, black swans are extremely rare, and this happened on a very rare occasion. If you look on the left side, there is a. Okay.
How do you know
why it's called the Black Swan?
I'd be happy to answer every single one of your questions if I could just get through this. I'll be like 30 seconds. So on the left one, you can see by the jagged edge of the.
Isn't that the whole crux of your?
Just let him finish his damn 30 seconds, and then he can shut up. I mean, go ahead.
I can't wait to shut up.
Yeah, good. Get on with it.
Arwen, quiet.
Get on with it, or you're muted.
I don't care.
Don't fucking tell me to quiet, or I'm putting you on mute. I'm in a live show right here.
Hey guys, please. Can we just simmer down a little bit? Come on, guys.
Okay, so anyways, the oil tanker arm is very, very not straight, right? So you know that there's refractive conditions here. In fact, you know that because if you look at the bottom stilts of the two ships, they're raised out of the water. And the one in the back is about 12 miles away, if I remember correctly. The one in the front's about 7 miles away. You can see the bottom of that boat in the back that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to see, like in the bottom photo there. That's not refracted. You can see very crisp, sharp edges in the bottom. And therefore, what we know is that the refractive conditions were extreme on the top day. That happens very rarely, and made the part of the ship that's usually hidden, aka the stilts on the bottom, visible, demonstrating exactly what I said, that light bending downward brings things up into your view.
Wait,
are you done? That was a minute. Are you done? No. Oh, stop. Stop.
Wait a second.
Are you done? Are you done? You got your 30 seconds. Are you done? I'm asking a question. Answer the question.
I'm done.
Are you done?
No, I'm not going to answer the question.
Oh, well, then I'm going to put you on mute. There you go. So thank you. Thank you for reiterating that stupid, tired-out argument in which you presuppose and flip around what refraction actually does, like always, like all ballers do, that they have done for like 10 years straight, every damn time it's brought up. Yeah. Well, guess what? You're presupposing that the displaced view, where one is much lower than the other, is the real thing, and that means it is possible. But in reality, no. It doesn't work like that, because refraction can displace visually things out of sight, as in behind an apparent obstruction, when in reality it isn't behind an apparent obstruction. It can't do the opposite, though. Something that is geometrically obstructed cannot be made visible, but something that is not obstructed can be made visible, can be displaced out of view. That is a possibility. It's very distinctly described. So you can then try to flip it around, which is a standard tactic for any terrestrial refraction argument maker. And this is an argument that's been done for 10 years. It's not going to work. It doesn't demonstrate anything. You're just flipping things around and creating more confusion. And I'm done with this. I'm not going to continue this. So, you want to say anything, Blob? This eye guy here. He's
why are you spiraling so hard? Just relax.
No, this is my show. It's not gonna have rambling ballers on it.
It's not like this guy is beating you.
I don't care if he's beating. It's not about whether he's beating me. I'm not muting him because I'm threatened by his fucking arguments. It's just I don't want to fucking deal with lunatics that reiterate the same shit over and over again. Yeah, not tolerant to that.
You're kind of in the wrong spot for that.
No, I'm using this panel, but it's my live show and I'm gonna deal with it the way that I deal with it, and I got permission to do that from the moderators, so that's what I'm gonna do. And if people don't like that, I will mute you, and then you can still hear each other over there and you'll still be heard on the Earth Awakening stream. You just won't be heard on my stream, which is live, so that I can maintain control over my show and not get hijacked by
You said
lunatics.
that you're afraid.
I don't fucking care
For
what
your
he's gonna
audience
say.
to hear.
I just don't want to fill my streams with malarkey horse shit and mind control. And so I will enforce that. I enforce that as a policy, and I will remain doing that. I will keep doing that. That's what I do with my show. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. It's not a condition. It's not of consequence. I'm still gonna do it.
Hey, so what do you eat? What's your
What do I
diet?
eat? What?
What is your diet?
Why are you asking? What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. It's just a question.
Okay, well, I ate a hamburger. I eat all organic, and I made one myself, and it was very great.
Made the bread?
No,
Oh.
no,
You put
I
salt
assembled
on
it. I baked it. I never buy like fast food, so it's like I make my own fast food, all organic and healthy.
Deep down, he's an
salted?
American eating hamburgers. Welcome to the club, Arwen.
Hey, hamburgers are amazing if they're actually done right, if the ingredients are right, and if it's all fresh. Right? The problem with the fast food industry is that they don't have it fresh, and it is very rarely organic. So you're gonna get crap that's basically been designed to have a long shelf life and not be healthy, or barely be. So I just make it myself.
Is that like all you eat?
No. It's what I ate yesterday. But I mean, I eat all kinds of things. But I only eat cooking that I do myself.
Yes, you're still muted. And I ate kimchi and yogurt for breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast. I just take my supplements that I take in the morning. And the coffee
Uh-oh.
that I have on my show.
I didn't eat kimchi for food because it tastes like crap, so I ate it for a supplement.
Well, I don't chew on my supplements. Except the vitamin C, because it absorbs better that way. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not a breakfast kind of eater. Like, unless I get up really early because I have to do things, and then I might eat earlier, but no. I'm typically not a breakfast guy.
Dude, you only absorb vitamins properly when it's in food.
Yeah, well, I got really
Raw
good
food.
supplements that will absorb. They're, like, fermented, all those things. Oh, it is effectively already food.
Oh,
And
you're
like I
talking
can
about-
feel it immediately. Like it enters my body, I can
I don't think he
feel it.
wants to talk with your friend Jamie.
You don't take like pill supplements, right?
I'll mute people and then ask what when they
Capsules
speak.
and like those fermented type of pills that I chew those. It works.
Is it like a capsule of something crushed up? Or... What are you
It's
talking
well,
about?
the capsules are powder based. There's powder inside of it, and the other fermented pills are like crammed together. But it's not like it is bioavailable. like these are good supplements. I know the difference. I can feel the difference between regular cheap ass vitamin pills and actual real good bioavailable supplements. Like I've been on that for decades, so you just have to stick to the right brands. Right, I mean it just goes alongside eating organic. There's really a big difference between that Alright, so since we've moved on, I'll unmute here. I don't even know what his full name is, but
Oh, you can hear me again?
yeah.
Do you want to speak to my friend Jamie?
No.
Okay.
I'll speak to your friend Jamie.
I don't know.
What topic were you covering on your channel, Arwen, this morning? Did you have any like topics you were doing over there?
Well, I was talking about things that do not relate to Flat Earth. It's basically talking about psychology, relation between social media pressure and eugenics mindset, which is absolutely a thing, I think. And my own spiritual things, like the technique. I brought up the technique.
Yeah, that's beyond my threshold. Someone else can take a stab.
Yeah, well, I didn't, like, I talked about it on my show because it's something that I can talk about. It's not a subject I care to discuss here with people, because most people just don't get it and they're not gonna get it.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Oh, that's a cool one. That's a cool one from Rakia, but that's like opposite refraction. What is that called? Fata Morgana or something? Right?
You can call it what you want, but it's basically the sky and the water being mirrored upon itself in an opposite way. Sometimes it, like you said, it happens in the opposite way. In the foreground is the water is higher, and the background where your oil rig and my shrimp boat are appear lower, but it's actually not. It's just the foreground appearing higher. There's just a phenomena that happens under certain conditions, whether the surface of that water is flat or spherical. The pictures don't prove that, but for a group of, for one group to say that the bottom of the ship is obstructed because the earth is curved, even though they haven't measured it, is just ludicrous. When
Yeah.
we can prove that it can happen both ways. So,
It can happen 3 ways.
Well,
Concave can happen too.
But it doesn't
Yeah,
really happen both ways.
concave
I mean, refraction only displaces that which is in a direct line of sight. Like refraction, effectively, if there's displacement due to refraction, it's always going to make things less visible. It's going to displace something and then take something else out of view because of it. It never brings anything back into view. Refraction never brings anything into view that is not already into view in a straight line of sight.
Well, we'll let the
may
audience
not
decide.
agree with that, but I never called it refraction and never do. I call it an optical phenomena. Like your brain interprets the information that it receives through the eyeballs that's reflected off of the objects. Your brain interprets that and creates optical phenomena easily. You can do it on your countertop 2 feet away with a glass of water. But when you look through the
Right, the
atmosphere,
diffraction edge. Yeah, I get that.
right. So it's just an optical phenomena, a mirage or something, that's not actual, right?
Right, but do
The
you
boat
agree
is-
with my
the boat
general
is not
assessment, though?
flat.
Do you agree with my general assessment, though, that whatever's happening there, these effects do not make something become visible that's not in a direct line of sight unless there's literally like a mirroring going on? Because, yeah, with the mirror, you can see around the corner. That's the only thing you can do that with. You can't bend visuals around a corner. Like,
Yeah,
that
you
doesn't
can.
happen.
You most certainly can.
You can. With standard refraction.
Yeah,
on
not
the
with
boat,
hard borders. It's
with
only with
standard
hard borders.
refraction on the globe, with where light's bending
Oh,
down,
God.
the consequence of that is you see further than you're quote supposed to, and things will appear higher than it actually is.
I know that's a theory, but you'd have to actually have a visual demonstration of that, and that's not happened yet.
Okay, well, at least the theory, like, you understand, right? Because the showing it is another thing.
I know the theory
like-
of terrestrial refraction. It's fiction. Because there's
So,
no
like, look-
physical demonstration that it's actually gonna work like that.
The idea is if you have the globe and you've got the hard geometric horizon where things start going behind it without any atmosphere, okay? Once you put in atmosphere with standard refraction, you're going to see a little bit further beyond that, a little bit further.
Yeah, I know that's the theory behind the presupposed effects of terrestrial refraction on a presupposed spherical Earth. Yeah. But in reality, with optics, it can't do that because, as I've been reiterating over and over and over again, you can't have refraction effects make something visible that's obstructed from a direct line of sight. Not without hard borders, like hard line vertical borders, and then having an angle of incident that'll allow you to just look beyond the corner. Right, that's not the setup, it's a gradiated setup. So that's not there, and there's no mirror either. Right? There's no standard mirror. Those are the only two conditions that allow you to kind of see something beyond the geometric obstruction. It's not the situation on Earth, so that never happens. Definitely not as a standard.
How do you explain the sun never changing size?
You don't know what the sun is.
Most certainly do.
No,
Have
you
ever had a
don't. I
sunburn?
know what you've learned that it's supposed to be, but you have no evidence that it is that at all.
Have you ever had a sunburn, Arwen?
Yeah, oh my, there's definitely light that we're getting absorbed here. It doesn't absolutely mean that you know what that source is or what we're actually looking at. Just know there's sunlight arriving here and it's coming from a consistent angle, and that's it. That's the available data.
Do you know that we measured the distance to the sun in the 50s?
No, you
shooting
don't.
Radar at it?
Yeah, right. That's even
No, we don't.
theoretically debunked. Jesus Christ, dude.
I'll post
You
some more
can't
evidence.
do that. It has a black body in it, for fuck's sake. According to the
It
official
bounces
narrative.
It bounces off of the particles, not the actual sun. But of course, you know that.
What
So
particles?
not the fun then?
It's nuts. You're nuts, dude.
Hydrogen. It's mostly hydrogen, right?
Hydrogen.
But you knew that.
Freaking transparent gas. It doesn't
post
bounce
it.
off
You can
Like a
transparent
biopsy
shit.
of
That's
the sun
nuts.
And you know that it's made of hydrogen?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah, I think
nuts.
it's like 70% hydrogen. I don't remember. It's a lot.
It's
When
not
did
gonna
that
bounce
happen?
off anything, and it has an admitted black body. It's like highlighted.
Or when if
It's
you're not gonna engage, I'm
highlighted
gonna
by
talk to someone
frickin'
else.
NASA, by astronomers, that it has a frickin' black body in it, and that it can't actually. It just reflects nothing. Everything goes past it. It's like you can't detect it. They admitted it.
I can't believe you know so little about the sun, but you pretend to know everything about
Okay,
it.
yeah, you're back to mute. I'm not gonna deal with fucking
So
ball
are we?
targets.
When you say
Jesus
we don't know
Christ.
what the sun is, are you claiming that it's not a physical thing?
Yes, it isn't.
How do you know that?
Because there is no evidence that it is, other than light is arriving, and there's a consistent angle of where you see
Is
it.
there evidence that it isn't?
There is no evidence that it is. There's only stories and false claims about detection and radar measurement, which has been debunked by the frickin' official narrative itself. I'm not even gonna entertain anybody that brings that shit up.
Yeah, but you've come to the conclusion that it's not a physical body, and I'm asking you how you came to that conclusion.
Because I've not seen sufficient evidence that would prove to me that it is a physical body. Nobody's approached it. Yeah, there is no measurement. The inverse square law of light isn't applying. And the angles don't line up, in any case, with anything. According to my view, it is a hologram, as are all the celestial lights. Not a proof for this or other lead for this, because you can't physically prove it. I appeal to the lack of evidence for my model of interpretation. Right? That's what I do. You don't have to like it. It won't hold up scientifically. I don't give a fuck. Yeah? This is how I see it. There's no evidence that the sun is a physical object or has an actual location, and neither do any of the stars, including the moon. Yeah? They're holograms. We don't know how they're made. They're non-local. And they have angular consistency with the observation, and when you move up in a straight line, the entire celestial sphere, apparent sphere, keeps moving up with us without any deviation or rotation or anything. And like, the only way that can happen is because it's freaking hologram that surrounds the observer, and that's it.
So according to you, the moon is not a physical object either.
That's right.
Oh, how do you respond to the fact that we've been shooting radar signals?
No, you
at the
haven't.
moon
It's
that
lies.
they bounce back at us?
It's lies. Those people are liars.
It's lies.
Yeah, it is lies. It's never been demonstrated. Yeah. You don't very manipulate the direction. Yeah. I'm sure you can shoot radar upward somewhere and then have it bounce back. Yeah, we're contained. We have to be contained, otherwise it would the setup would I'm not finished yet explaining. I'm not finished yet.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. Yeah? I'm sure radar's gonna bounce up and then bounce back down, but you're not varying and manipulating the direction when you do it. It's never been visually demonstrated. I've put up what would be required as a proper demonstration that it's even happening. Nobody's ever done that in 10 years. Nobody's ever gonna do it. Yeah, you're gonna have to point a radar emitter to the moon on camera, showing that it's moving at the moon, and then live as you're pointing it at the moon, show that it's getting registered on another screen that's also going to be on screen in the video, and then move it away from the moon, and then see the signal drop off, no longer being registered, and then move it to the moon again. Yeah, that's never been done, not one fucking time. So do not bring up to me that there's evidence of moon signal rebounds. Okay, it does not exist.
There are videos.
No, they're not.
Apollo left moon reflectors on.
Nobody's done that. You're presupposing that they put shit on the moon in order to prove your demonstration. You have not done what I have said you have to do in order to prove that there is such a thing. Nobody's done that. It should not be difficult at all to demonstrate it. It should be the easiest fucking thing anybody could ever do, because you can do it all here on Earth. Yeah? All here. You don't have to build anything out there. You don't have to go to the moon. You could just do it right here, right now, with basic equipment, and nobody's done it. And until somebody does it, I'm not going to accept any nonsense claims about the possibility of moon signal rebounds. Okay? Are we clear on that?
Is this not why you are here?
We can move on.
Bro, I'm not gonna be your messenger boy.
They just created an optical illusion with a gas. You can see the thing on the wall in the back doesn't move, but the things on the table where the gases are present move up and down. Yeah, which optical illusions happen.
It doesn't happen in nature though, because they've got some sort of gas that's compressed at a very, very low temperature. I mean, does anybody ever fill a butane lighter? Right? Anybody ever froze warts off? I mean, this kind of temperature differential doesn't exist in nature. So for them to show this, it's a false equivalency to nature, just like a fish tank full of sugar water is a false equivalency to nature.
I don't even need to go there. But you're right.
That, but I think that optical illusions are created by the atmosphere and how, or by how our brains interpret the information that our eyeballs receive. I mean, the eyeball is not interpreting anything; it's just sending the reverse image. Our brain interprets it. So gases, obviously can do it. Just looking at an exhaust of a jet plane taking off, it distorts the objects behind it, or that you're looking through that gas. It makes them wavy or non-existent.
Nothing. He's not gonna say anything, huh?
Is somebody talking to me?
Oh, you unmuted me. Yeah.
Yeah, because we moved on. But if I can mute you again if you're gonna be a bitch immediately. Don't worry about it. I'll put you right back on mute.
Bro, Arwen, just take it easy, bro. Just be in the right spirit, and everything will be fine.
I'll do whatever
Just
the
be in
fuck I
right-
please to do.
Yeah, well, of
This
course.
is my
you're
show.
the master of yourself. Just a suggestion.
I don't care. You don't have to talk to me on how to act. I do exactly how I do things. This is my show.
Just
Yeah,
a
but Arwen, you
suggestion,
could,
man.
you
Like
could
a
try to
personal
have
thing.
some common decency. This is a Christian place where we prefer not to use too many swear words. Like I would really appreciate it myself. I don't know about others, but
Cool.
try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Well, that's really nice. I will talk the way that I talk.
The gaslighting is in full fucking effect. You guys are unreal. Stop attacking Alan.
Whoa, and I'm having a real
echo.
echo feedback there from you. Who's echoing?
Who's echoing?
Hey,
Wait, check.
if you wanna tune into my live stream real quick, just with like paint, I'll just try to explain the idea of how you can see further with refraction
No.
and how it works.
No. I don't care how the theory works. There needs to be a demonstration, and until that, I do not give a shit about the theory of terrestrial refraction enabling to see you beyond it, physically obstructing geometry. I do not care to hear or have that reiterated
That's fine.
over and over again.
That's
I don't
exactly
give
what the
a
photo I
fuck.
showed you was.
I don't give a fuck.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
but
let
that's
you-
a demonstration that you said doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Remember that?
a physical demonstration. Yeah, that does not use a mirror and that does not use a vertical hardboard to change the angle of view. Yeah, because that's not here in the world. Dealing with a gradient.
That is physical.
That's what it is. No, there is no there's no freaking giant glass plate standing out of the ground everywhere, yeah? To cause that. Yeah, that's a vertical hardboard. That would do it. It's not there. There's no big mirror in the sky either, causing you to be able to see anything beyond a physical obstruction. All you got is a gradient. Yeah, a horizontal gradation that bends light downward. It doesn't demonstrate that it can see beyond the geometry that obstructs direct line of sight. Yeah? If you want to make that claim, you have to physically demonstrate that in the proper way.
So for
That's been
the-
discussed earlier. I'm not going to go through it again.
For the live stream chat of Not Arwen show, I'm just going to tell them exactly what they're looking at.
All
right.
right.
now. There's
See
a
you guys
laser that's
later.
beyond-
Yeah, they were not going to stop with their bullshit. So they can do that on their own stream. Right. Been 2 hours anyway. I'm gonna run out my show because I'm gonna get some lunch. It was nice, but I mean, yeah, when fucking baltards are continually trying to hijack and just maneuver their shit in my backyard, I'm not gonna accept it. I'm gonna get rough in my language. I'm gonna mute them because that's how I do it. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. Go kill yourself if you don't like it. Do not visit my channel again. Do not watch my stuff because I will do that and I will keep doing that until the end of my social media activity. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Alright? I do not tolerate this gaslighting, idiotic horse shit. I've been very clear about the parameters of requirement for evidence, and they refuse to accept it. Well, then you're not a part of my conversation. Yeah, since the Earth Awakening is just getting dominated by fucking baltards doing that, I just leave. Then it's over. And if they're gonna keep moving in there and doing that, then I will stop visiting fucking Earth Awakenings and having it be part of my show, because I will not have fucking baltard deranged idiots forcing themselves on my streaming time. It's not gonna happen. Go fuck yourself. Got it? Yeah, go indoctrinate fucking retard somewhere else. Not here. Alright. Anyway, I'm rounding out the show. I think it was pretty good overall, despite all the baltardism at the end. Should add that. Before I round out the show. you go. Put that in there. You don't like it when I swear so much? Well, too fucking bad. It's gonna happen. Try to avoid it. Frickin' asshole ball tarts keep trying to force themselves in my show, then I'm gonna get pissed off and I'm gonna start swearing. It's gonna happen. Right? So yeah, the show is now 2489, the relation between social media pressure and eugenics mindset, the surreal effectiveness of the technique, and Globe Zealots attempt EA panel show segment hijacking. Yeah, I think this overall covers it. Forgot the comma in there. Right, I'm gonna round out the show now. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. I thought it was okay. I mean, yeah, the swearing at the end, but I mean, fuck that. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, I could just keep mute this one, mute that one, and or I could have just left immediately. I mean, hey, you can tell me, you know, you can leave a comment like, hey, dude, if the EA panel is gonna be like this, then don't add them, or just leave. If you like that better than the way that I composed myself, including the swearing, right? I try to just like, okay, I just want an hour segment with this roughly. I sort of made an hour, but yeah, they kept bringing the same shit in, like 3 different people doing the same shit over and over again. Yeah, like, no, I will not do that, and it's gonna piss me off because it's like I told them, I've been very clear cut, not this is not gonna happen. And yeah, if people then don't listen and they do it anyway, yeah, it's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna start swearing. I'm sorry. Very sorry. I don't like swearing. I'm not seeking it out. But it's gonna happen though, when people do that on my show. Right, anyhow. Rounding out, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. I thought it was overall pretty good. If you liked it too, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go, links are in the description box below, or send me Super Chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel, support me that way. Do not, or what the hell was that? Yeah. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I could really use it. I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2490. Almost reaching the 2500. Wow. On a Wednesday. Hope to see you all then. Everybody have a great rest of this Tuesday. And yeah, until the next video, keep it flat.